I got to go back to the beginning, before I knew the Lord, and had gotten to the end of my self-assurance and all the things that I could accomplish on my own power, which was significant for a person. But I finally got to the end of it, and I stood in the middle of a street one night and said, God, help me. And from that day forward, my life has changed. And the journey for me has been to continue to live outside of myself, because it's always a present danger for me, to be able to rely on my own talents and abilities, and forget that those are really not important.
Now, when you said, God help me, how did he respond? How did you know he heard it? Or
I'll tell you how. It's an amazing story. I was standing in the middle of the street looking for a babysitter at night because I was going to go get some help. And so I needed a babysitter. So I went across the street. And of course, living the life that I was living then, I really didn't know my neighbors because they weren't cool. Right? But there was one guy who looked like Superman, looked like Clark Kent. And he mowed his grass, and we were, you know. So I went to see Clark. And he answered the door with a kid on his leg and one in his arm. And I looked at him, I said, and he looked at me like really weird, like, what are you doing over here at 9 o'clock at night or whatever time it was? It was winter time, it was dark. And I said, nah, you got plenty to do. I just needed something. Never mind. That's the moment when he closed the door that I knew I was alone. Was out of myself. That's it. That knot that I was hanging on to, I just let go of it. So I'm walking back to the house, and I said, God help me. First prayer I ever prayed in my life that had a meaning. Not like I've had car wrecks and plane crashes, and I've done all kinds of things, and I was saying, oh, God help me, but that wasn't the same prayer. This was, God, I'm done. I need you. Well, at that moment, a car turned the corner and these lights shone on me, and it got my attention. It was my neighbor. It was my neighbor's wife. And so I introduced myself to her. We'd been neighbors for 10 years. And I asked her if she would come and watch my 2 kids, and she agreed to do that. And that was the start. This building began with blood, sweat, and tears, and it died. And part of me died with it. And so all I had was earthly eyes, and I said, you know what, I can't see. We're not going to feed 5,000 people with that little bit of fish right there. Ain't going to happen. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll plat this land, and we'll sell this building. We'll sell it to a boat builder or some manufacturing company. That was my vision. And then you came along, and I got my reset button. So I'm journeying on right where God put me to start with.